Hi, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Don't forget to check the description to this video. I have links to some of my popular videos, a link to my Amazon account for a lot of things that you all ask about. Don't forget I have a bunch of playlists on the home page of this channel. Thank you. So for our food meal prep this week, we're gonna do some stuff with the veggies I got from work. Look, I forgot. Oh, let me look and see who it was that told me about this. Hang on. Sandy Reed was telling me she buys disposable cutting boards. I think the kind she gets is paper. Well, I didn't catch that it was paper until I ordered this. But thank you, Sandy Reed, because you all know I always use my paper plates. So I bought these off Amazon. It's disposable cutting boards. And you just put it, then put it through. And there's not. I thought I had to slide it underneath something, but you don't. You lay it over it. And then you have, this is a smoother side, and that's a textured side. So I'm going to do smoother side up this go around. We're going to cut some vegetables up for roasting throughout the week. I've enjoyed using my air fryer with my veggies, and so it's been kind of fun. So I'm going to, like I said, I got these from a coworker, and I'm going to peel this one. I'm going to peel it, and so I'm going to do, I've got two butternut squash. I'm going to do them two different ways. So this first one, I'm going to peel. And when I get all done peeling it, I'll come back and show you what we're going to do next. You all don't need to watch me peel a whole butternut squash. But you can watch me peel some butternut squash. Okay, and I'm going to cut this in half. Look, I'm doing it without a hammer. Ain't that something different? Ha-ha. But that's because it's not my Rutabaga. Now I'm gonna scoop out the guts here. Now we're gonna separate the bottom from the top. Separate that, the bulb piece, and we're gonna cut these up. I want to get a container out to put them in. Like I said, this one I want to use for. I plan on using this one for roasting throughout the week, so I'm going to cube it up. Get you in line with them. So I don't necessarily want them really little. I want them kind of thin, but not really little. So there's those. There's some more. So those will be good for roasting this week. I wonder what butternut squash raw tastes like. Y'all know I got to find out. Tastes fine to me. Okay, now we're cutting the bulb here. This is how I'm doing it. Except I think I did the other way last time. That's all right. No, I did this way. I don't know. Anyway, and put them together and whoop. And then they London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. Today's Saturday. I had a lot going on today, so you'll have quite a few videos from this weekend. You'll be seeing the, hope that's not poisonous. Callie got it. You'll be seeing this shirt in several videos. Unless I remember to change. That's what Paula Gant does, or Brenda Gant does. She changes her shirt, or actually she changes her apron. Oh, and I forgot my apron. I'm going to put that on. Hang on. And I'm back. Well, Callie did not like the butternut squash, but her brother did. Let's see. I'll give one to Baxter. Good job. You didn't bite me. Lou. Sammy liked it. Callie, you're not going to like it, sis, but I'll give you one. Just take it. She says, no, thank you. No, no, thank you. Now, like I said, this is going to be for roasting. I always put too much in these containers. It cracks myself up. Especially when I'm editing and I'm like, girl. Now, we're going to put butternut squash on here. Turn my fan on. It's getting hot in here. Can't take off all my clothes. I am getting so hot. Okay, so butternut squash. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. For my next one, I saw a video where she stabbed her thingy, butternut squash, a bunch of times. I know. One of these days, y'all are saying, one of these days you're going to cut your fingers off, Terry. And anyway, so she stabbed her butternut squash, put it in the oven at 400 for like an hour, and that's how she cooked the inside of it. Well, just so happens my oven is on 400 right now because I got something else in there. So I'm going to, watch out, buddy. Get back, Sam. I'm going to lay it on here, but I'm going to put something else down first. Because heaven forbid I have to wash anything. It's meal prep day. We already got too much to wash. Although I really don't have a lot of meal prep going on. But anyway, so now I'm going to set this on here. And we're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees. We'll check it in 45 minutes. Now I have been, I've got these zucchinis. And my coworker brought me some this week and throughout the week. And I've been using them. They're really, really good. I have this much left. And so I need to cut up some more. I use them on my salads. And so, hang on. Let me get a different container to put this into. So I have a clean container for my fresh zucchini. I don't know if this has junk in it, wet, moisture. I don't want it in there. So we're going to cut up another zucchini, and we're going to put it in a clean container. But what I'm going to do, I'm also going to peel this one. I'm going to see if I like that. So I'm going to go through. I've cut off both ends, and now I'm going to peel my zucchini. And I will get back with you. Okay, and you can definitely leave the skin on. I usually do. I just was like, I peeled that butternut squash, and I was like, I wonder what happens if I peel a zucchini. So I did. And so, yeah. So far, so good. Now I'm going to scrape out the inside. I have these two done. I've got these other two to go, or this one done. I have these other two to go. I'm going to go ahead and get those done also, and then I'll be back. So from here, though, you could make some of those boats that I see people make. You can add some meat and pasta sauce and make them into kind of like a, Italian boat if you wanted to. You can do whatever you want with them. Right now, I'm cutting them into about that thick slices. I'm just cutting sideways across, So, not quite an inch, maybe about 3/4 of an inch. Because some of them I know I want for roasting. And the roasting ones I want a little bit bigger. Because I don't want them to just shrivel up. So, the roasting ones I'll put in here. I think these I could just cut in half. No, that one I can do whole. These I'll just cut in half. And these I'll cut into thirds. There's some. I already know I like zucchini raw. I put it on my salad. Should probably be using my good knife for this, but that's all right. So there's half of one zucchini. Let's go ahead and switch to the good knife. See if it makes a difference. But I know it will. Ooh, that's just like butter, baby. Just like butter. would be the knife that I need this cutting board for. Alright, let's slide these down, these 4, and we're just going to cut them in half. And there we go. So like I said, when I roast my vegetables this week in the air fryer, I'm saying roast, I don't know what you call it. When I cook them in the air fryer this week, that's the ones that I'll do. I wonder if I stand this up tall. Don't be freaking out on me, y'all. Don't be freaking out. Bloop. It's like the choo-choo train. If you go to the Japanese restaurants and they take an onion, they make a pyramid with it after they cut it into rings. So we just made us a Chinese restaurant choo-choo train. Bloop. Bloop. All right, a couple more pieces on this one. Now, so like I said, this one will be for roasting. And as we know, this ain't going to fit in my daily. But I'm just going to set it aside for the moment. That'll be for roasting because they're big. I'll slide down here a little more. We need some little ones for my my salads. So these will just go on and cut smaller. Now, let me get out another thingy. For my salads, I like them a little smaller, you know. So, I'm going to kind of cube them up a little bit. Today's going to be a vegetable meal prep. So if you're vegan and you're watching this one, hi. Welcome to my vegetable meal prep. Just don't watch any of my other meal preps and you'll be all right. So this is going to be my salad zucchini. I actually had to pull a little bit out into a Ziploc bag because I knew the lid wouldn't go on it. So this will be my salad zucchini, and this is going to be my roasting zucchini. And, oh, hey, now, there's a big old wasp over here. Hold on. I can't be having a wasp around here. I got dogs. Oh, no. Squish him. Yeah, that's the end of your life there, mister. Sorry you had to witness that. Man, if you are vegan and watching this, you are traumatized right now. And I'm going to bleach off this spot. Because yes, I did just kill a bug right here on my counter. But when it's a wasp, and I have my fur children in this house, nothing's going to hurt my babies. I'd break out a pew-pew if I had to save my babies. Yeah, let's make sure we get it all scrubbed twice. This is bleach wipe, so I'm cleaning my counter with bleach. Don't be freaking out on me now. Alright, now, get back to the matter at hand. So I made me up some little labels. And I got to remember which one's which. Okay, this one looks like salad. These look littler, and these are bigger. So this is my roasting zucchini and my salad zucchini. And I got them in here. I had to pull a little bit of the salad zucchini out into a little baggie. And then this is roasting zucchini. I am going to freeze this. So I'm actually going to double bag it. I'm going to double bag it so that way it stays fresher in my freezer. So I'll get this put in my freezer and I'll be back with you. Okay, the last thing we have is my squash. I'm going to do the same thing with these that I did with the zucchini. I'm going to peel them. So some of these, the reason why I peeled the squash or the zucchini and why I want to do these, some of them have some places that look kind of rough on them. So if I can just get all that off, then I won't be trying to eat that. So I'll show you how I did the zucchini, only with the squash. I stood it upright and I brought my knife down, straight down, straight down. And then I use my spoon to scrape out the inside. So I'm going to scrape these out and peel them, and I'll be right back. I have these peeled. Like I said, I did not need to peel them. They were just kind of rough on the outside of them. I'm going to give these a very big rough chop because I would like to roast them. I'll add them to the butternut squash and zucchini and rutabaga, and I'll roast them. So I'm just going to make them big pieces, and I'll just, like I said, I'll use them for that. So big old chunks. Okay, so I think, let me look, I think we might, oh no, let's do these little radishes and put them in something, hang on. All right, these are the leftover radishes from, that my Leslie from work brought me. I wonder if I can peel them with this. Nope. My mom said that she used to, because I asked her, I'm like, how'd you used to do radishes? She said we'd peel them, and no, she said, oh wait, no, she said they boiled them. But that's all right. Too late. She said she boiled them and then peeled them, because she said the peeling just came right off after they were boiled. But, you know, I'm usually doing things backwards, so that's all right. And I'm glad I'm doing these last because it's going, they make everything red, you know. I think they used to use this for like fancy red dyes. And I'll cube these up because I'll use this in something I roast later too. I can put these in the roasted veggies. So I found I do not like these pickled. Leslie brought me some to let me try. And I don't like them pickled, but I did enjoy them roasted. Now, I would not want them roasted by themselves, but I did enjoy them. And I bet you I probably don't even have to peel these either. But I may not like them roasted by themselves, but they were good mixed in with other things. I'm going to wash everything and see if I have anything else left to meal prep. I think I'm done, but let me take a look. I ain't near done. I got one rutabaga, and I have to make some more chocolate electrolytes. So I'm going to go on and get this rutabaga peeled. You've seen those videos. I just peel around it. I just cut around it and cut off the skin. I showed you that last weekend, so you can see how I did that. So if you want to go back to last week's meal prep video, you can see how I did it. All right, so it's been 45 minutes for my butternut squash. Take a look at her. It's supposed to be fork tender. That's how you know when it's done. Well, I got a knife here. Goes in pretty easy, but that ain't a fork, so let me do it the right way. Hold on. Hold her, Newt. Pretty deep.
Your oven timer is done.
Yeah. I don't know. Ziggy, stop the timer. I think it needs to go a little longer. So I'm going to put this back in the oven. Let me just flip it this way so that, there we go. Now I'll stick it back in the oven. Hey, another important part of my meal prep this weekend, since I've been drinking cool coffee, I'm going to make 2 pots of coffee. And I'll put it in my pitcher. Okay, I've got it cut up, and I'm going to parboil it for a little while. And then when that rutabaga is done, I'm going to go ahead and put it in a container like I did last week, so that way I can roast it. I'm just going to parboil it for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to turn off the oven. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to pull the squash out and let it cool down before we do anything to mess with it. If you've been keto for very long, then you know that a lot of the people we all follow promote something called element electrolyte. I bought Element Electrolytes. I bought Relight Electrolytes. And I looked at the amount of potassium and sodium in them. Now, I do not add magnesium. So I personally take magnesium at bedtime. But that's me and that's my journey. Maybe if you need magnesium, you can see how much is in those purchasable electrolytes. And maybe you can buy powder of magnesium. I have no idea. I'm just making mine with sodium-free salt alternative, no salt, which is potassium. And salt, which is the sodium. And then I'm using, one of you lovely people told me about the 100% cocoa Dutch processing by Ghirardelli. While it's 15 calories in a tablespoon, it has 2 carbs and 2 fibers. So if somebody was doing net carbs, it would be 0 carbs. 1 grams equals 1,000 grams of sodium per serving. And 1.1 gram of, oh no, that's sodium, sorry. Dadgummit. 1.4 gram of salt has 1,000 milligrams of sodium in it. And then 1.1 gram of potassium has 540 grams of the potassium in it. So that is how I got my numbers. You can do your own research. But this is going to make 30 servings, which is about 7 grams or around a tablespoon. If you want to be precise, get a scoop and measure it. Just drop this on it, zero it out every time, and scoop out 7 grams. So sodium, for 30 servings, I use 42 grams of salt. So I'm going to open it up to the big hole. I'm looking for 42 grams. Okay, 43 grams. That's good. Okay. Now, the potassium, I need 22 grams. Because basically, there's twice as much potassium in the same amount as there is sodium. So I need 22 grams. This stuff comes out very fast. So I'm going to zero it. Because it's so light and fine, so it comes out really fast. Okay, close enough. 27. So it'll have a little extra, but that's all right. Salt, potassium. Now, I then add the total weight of, when it's done, is 210 grams. So altogether, the sodium potassium is 64 grams ish. Oh, cocoa. There we go. Cocoa is 146 grams. Shows you how I haven't done it very long or very recently. So cocoa is very fine and gets all over the place. It's almost like glitter. You know how you parents who have kids who like glitter, you kind of, I'll show you how it coats everything in a second. So 146 grams of cocoa. Because I wanted it to equal the amount of the Relight that I bought. I'm going to say 146. All right. Let me get this, tap this down. And of course, keep this away from your dogs. Dogs cannot have chocolate. Then I put my lid on it. Okay, I want you to see. This is the lid now. And I shake it up. This is the spoon that I use every day. See how it gets really coated? It's really easily coated. And I just shake this up. And it just cakes on real easy. So there it is. That is how I make my chocolate electrolytes. If you want to see, you can look at the description for this video. I will have the link to when I made it the first time. I got a little more detailed then, I think. So there we go. Now I'm going to finish making the coffee and finish parboiling the Rutabaga. And I'll finish up with the butternut squash. The Rutabaga has been going for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It ran and then it was not pierceable. So then I ran it again. So now I'm going to run it through some cold water just to kind of stop the cooking. I'll do another time or two here. All right, one more time. And then we're going to just put it in this little container so that way it can sit in my refrigerator. And when I'm ready to roast my vegetables, this is one I can roast. Or if I end up getting to where I need to do something with it, I can go on and mash it, whatever I need to do. So I'm going to put it just right in here. I've got a paper towel in the bottom of it, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. And that's the end of my meal prep, y'all. Woo, Nelly, we had a busy day. All right, I'll see you later. It ain't the end. I still have my butternut squashing. It's in my refrigerator cooling down. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Based on the different videos that I saw for, these butternut squash, there's a lot of different ways and different things you can do with them and do for them and ways to prepare them. This method I'm doing, we have roasted it. Gosh, do I want to waste this? Yes, I do. So we roasted our butternut squash, and now what we're going to do is we're going to get it to where we can use it. I need to pull out something to put it in. I have a feeling I'm going to need a couple of these, but we'll see. So this is already cooked and ready to go. I'm going to pull out my knife here and pull that off and that end off. Ooh, hey, maybe. Let's see something here. I just score it all the way down and see what happens. Maybe it'll just peel this way. Let me see. I think that'll take too long. So I'm going to go on and cut it in half. There we go. That was just the bottom. Okay. I'm going to peel this bottom piece and put this in our container. I know what container I should use, but this will work. I'm going to scoop out the seeds here. Boy, it's so soft you can scoop them out with your hands. It's definitely still hot on the inside, but just like scooping out pumpkin seeds. I bet you I could use a spoon and just scoop this out. That's what we're going to do. We're going to maybe try let me see. Might be able to peel it that way. That's some good stuff. I wonder if I can peel it that way. I bet some of you people are looking at me like, girl, you don't have a lick of sense. You should do X, Y, Z. Well, I probably should do X, Y, Z, but I don't know what X, Y, Z is. So I'm doing LMNOP. And it's working out so. It'll work out enough. I just won't be able to eat it. Let's just try this. This might be, might make it easier to peel if I just made it in smaller sections. Let's see. Put the peeling back there. There we go. I could use a knife. Like a plain, not a sharp knife, but one of these knives. Let's try that. All right, so let's go back and cut it again. Peel this off. Peel this skin off. Peel that skin off. Now, once you're done with it, you could have so many possibilities with that. You could make butternut squash soup. You could have roasted butternut. Well, this is roasted. You can just mash it up. You can put whatever you want on it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've already had supper tonight. I just wanted to meal prep and get this done. So I won't be eating this tonight, but you'll see me do something with it this week. I don't know what yet. You know me. I don't plan that far ahead. I plan just far enough ahead. Just enough to have my meals prepped, but not just enough to have like everything figured out. I ain't got my act together that much. If any of you at work, we had to take this True Colors test. And so we go around, you know, cutting up and telling each other, oh yeah, you're blue, or you're gold, or green. Well, I'm not allowed to discuss it because it's like a copyrighted test. But if any of you have taken the test, I am a blue. So if that tells you anything, blue is like people that are soft-hearted, that, you know, or wear their feelings on their sleeves. Shocker, I know. I mean, shocker about me. But anyway, so it's fun, you know, whenever we do stuff like that at work, because then, you know, we kind of learn more about each other. It was all the supervisors that took the test. So there's a lot of us who aren't around the other supervisors very much. So it's kind of fun learning their different personalities. So then as we're around them more, you know, we like, oh, now I understand. But it's really, really cool because it helped me understand a couple of my staffs. Or one of my staff is green, and my co-director Suzanne, she's green. So it really helped me understand their personality better, because since everything about me is about feeling, they are very direct, and they say, like, they don't say things to be hurtful. You know, they're not, whereas if I say something to be hurtful, it's because I'm trying to be hurtful. But they're very factual. And so it's kind of like facts are not your feelings. And that's kind of their mentality. While as a couple other of my staff, they're gold. And that gold is people that are like they're organized, and they need to follow the rules, and they need there to be rules and structure. And so anyway, it was just kind of cool getting to know which of my staff needed what, and which of my coworkers and, you know, other supervisors, and what they're like and what they need. So that was pretty cool. We did that a couple weeks ago. So I want to taste this. Let's just see. That's good. I'm just going through and cutting this a little bit. I think it reminds me of sweet potatoes. What I remember of sweet potatoes. Now, listen. This is a carby vegetable. Not as carby as potatoes, but it is carby. So, I did not eat these. Well, I think I made a butternut squash soup one time while I was keto. So you can have almost anything. You just have to have a small amount of it. So you could have a small amount of this and pair it with something like meat. And just this and meat. You know what I mean? So you can definitely do that. But because that's what I did when I made it. So I think what I'm going to do, let me pick this up and get rid of this. I'm going to put the lids on these, and I think I'm going to go ahead and, I don't want them to go to waste, but I don't want them to, hang on, let me clean up my mess here. Trying to decide if I want to freeze them or if I want to refrigerate them. So I'll probably at least freeze one. and then refrigerate one for now. So I'll call it B in, no, I can't because I have some more already in there. SQU squash. B in SQUASH. Look at that handwriting. I'm going to put these in the freezer for now. No, I'm still going to leave one out just for a little bit. Let me kind of process what I might do with it later on in the week or tomorrow, okay? So, I might just take one to Judy tomorrow. Judy, I might have already brought you one by now. I'll have to call you and ask you. Although you're not going to see this video for a while, but okay, now that is the end of my meal prep. That you all might have 5 different meal prep videos, but that's all right. I had to get it all in. I had all these vegetables to process, and I had to get that all kinds of stuff going on today. I don't know which video it is, but I sure killed a hornet in one video. But all right. So maybe I'll put both of these in the refrigerator, and if Mom wants one, I'll take one to her. Then she might want to try to make some butternut squash soup or something. Or she might want to freeze one. Anyway, all right. Well, that's the end of my video. It's probably an hour and a half. Sorry, everybody. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm going to finish cleaning, and then I'll see you all in the next video.